So I had heard about an all-girls ride day going on down in San Diego. Riding in Utah is awesome. We have a lot of tracks, but the goal of every motocross rider is, California tracks. There's something beautiful about them. So I got a small group of friends to go with me, and we just loaded up and headed down to California. I'm not satisfied unless I have something challenging me, something making me work. Like, I love having a good time, but I love to push myself and make myself better. Because if I'm not challenging myself, what's the point? You never get better, and that's the ultimate goal, is to just keep getting better. So there was this double-double that I was clearing super easy, and I knew that I couldn't quite quad it because it was 180 feet, and that was way too far for me, but I thought if I tripled it, it was 130 feet, and I thought, that's definitely further than I've ever gone. I had it in my head that I could clear that jump. So I told myself that is what I was going to do. And I wasn't going to let myself freak myself out about it. I was just going to pace him, and I was going to do it. All of a sudden, before I knew it, I was on the throttle. I had a moment of clarity, so I guess I just went for it. My mind just took over, told me to stop being such a big baby, and all of a sudden I was in the air and flying, and it was kind of like a movie. Everything started playing in slow motion. I realized that I was not going fast enough to clear that triple, and I was going way too fast to clear the double. So I prepared, braced for impact, thought maybe I could try and ride this thing out, but I hit the face of that jump, rejected me, threw me off the bike, and the next thing I know, I'm tumbling and bouncing, and all the dust settled. I realized I was just laying there, and as I was about to get up, all the feeling came back, and I realized that I had just an incredible amount of pain and pressure in my back, and I knew, don't stand up. That's the worst thing you can do. It's all I wanted to do because I'm stubborn. I just wanted to pick the bike back up and go try it again, not let it beat me, but I figured, something's probably wrong. I didn't hit it fast enough, It's unfortunate, but we all make mistakes. Unfortunately, I made a big one, but we got to the hospital and they admitted me to the trauma unit, and one of the doctors assessed me and said that I needed to go get some CT scans immediately. After some doctors came in, they told me that I had fractured my T11, cracked a rib. I broke my back, but I still had, some feeling in my life, so it wasn't going to be the end of the world. I knew for me it would be a long journey to get back on the bike again, but I knew no matter what happened, I wasn't going to give up. I wasn't going to let it beat me. I knew that my biggest struggle was going to be with myself. I was going to have to fight myself and my stubborn side to not go ride, because I wasn't even allowed to drive, because if I hit a pothole too hard, that could, I could lose, become paralyzed. That internal battle was the hardest for me, having to, basically lay down on a couch every single day for months was so hard, because I'm normally super active. I just wanted to be on that bike, but, right after the accident, I couldn't even walk. It was just a compression fracture, so they were going to give me a back brace, and I'd be stuck on bed rest for a while and no riding for longer, but I knew it was a battle that I was going to fight. I just kept telling myself that this isn't the end. I can fight this, I can beat this. This is just, it's another day, it's another injury. I was told that I should probably never ride again, but that not even an option for me. So right now it's a phase, and it's not a fun one, but it's one that I'm gonna make it through, because I'm not gonna let breaking my back stop me. He told me to come back in a month and we'd do some updated x-rays, and he'd let me know if I could ride again, because he knew that's what I was really wanting to do. rewatching this video that was made long before I crashed made me experience a feeling that I never expected to feel. Most people have idols and people they look up to, people that inspire them, and never in a million years did I think that I would actually inspire myself. Watching that segment of video about falling down and getting back up again and conquering your fears really hit home with me, and I'm not sure why it caused such a strong feeling, because obviously it's me, obviously I feel that way, it was me saying it in the video, but it was like a past me talking to my, present day me, talking to me now, telling me that, you have to get back up from this, you have to beat it. And it was just a crazy experience being able to see myself and inspire myself that, I watched it and I got immediately pumped up, like, yeah, heck yeah, I'm gonna ride again. There's no way I'm gonna let this broken back keep me down. I know that I'm not gonna let fear beat me, and it was just a crazy experience watching that. Another bikeless month goes by, and I get super excited to go see him again, and we do x-rays, and he finally gives me the okay to ride. He said that I was remarkable for how fast I had healed, and he wanted to assure that I knew how lucky I was to still be able to walk and still alive after he saw the video of the crash and he saw my x-rays. So after only 3 months, I was finally able to ride again. I never in my wildest dreams thought that I would be able to heal from a broken back and ride again in 3 months, but because I fought my stubborn inner demons and, didn't let myself go out and be stupid when I wanted to be, just to really try and be responsible with it. In only 3 months, I got to get back and twist the throttle again, and I was more than excited, but nervous that I may not be able to ride like I did before. I think I was nervous that subconsciously deep down that I was maybe actually afraid to get on the bike and ride again, and I just wouldn't allow myself to think that. It's almost like time stopped. I was looking at my friend in front of me. I could see her tire moving slow and spitting out all the dirt and rocks, and the smell of the gas and the dirt and all the plants around me. And all of a sudden, time was just moving again, and I had the biggest rush of excitement that I had never felt before. I thought that I was going to be nervous, but the amount of excitement and the adrenaline rush that I had because I was finally on my bike again, it was, I don't even know how to explain it. I had the biggest smile on my face, and before I knew it, I was 4th gear pin, just bouncing off the top of each of the whoops. Probably the greatest riding experience of my life. I wasn't doing anything crazy, but just being on the bike again after so long, it's crazy how you forget to appreciate the small things like that. Just, out trail riding with your friends, and I was noticing everything, and everything was amazing, and it was the greatest moment, just getting on my bike again for the first time, and I will definitely remember that for forever. This whole experience has taught me so much about who I am and riding, and how much I do truly love it, and how passionate I really am about it. And I know that no matter what happens, I'm always going to have a bike in my life, and it's always going to be there, and no matter what struggles I have to go through or push through, I'm going to make them happen, because there's no way that I can exist without riding in my life. And it doesn't matter what challenges I have to face, it doesn't matter what walls I have to break down, I will have a bike. Breaking my back was definitely the biggest obstacle that I've had to overcome yet, but I did it, and I can't say that I did it without fear, because obviously there was some, but I pushed through that, and that's something that I know that I can do now. I can beat my fears. I can fight them, and there's a deeper power within me. I think everyone has that in them, and it just it takes these certain things to let it out. But knowing that you have that power within yourself to almost beat yourself in a way. I always say that I'm super competitive, and that's always been with other people, but to be competitive with myself was a whole new race that I've never had to experience. But I'm almost grateful in a way that I did, just being able to learn about myself and learning what I can overcome. So breaking my back was hard, but it's a battle that I'm going to be grateful for forever, because it was a great learning experience, and it was, it's a part of my life now, and now I'm a better, stronger person because of it. This is my life. This is who I am. These incredible experiences are what keep me going day to day, and if I don't have them, then it's almost like I don't know who I am. It's this crazy lifestyle, it's dangerous, sure, but it's the one I want to live, because I want this fun life. If something bad happens and I have to pass on to another, I want to know that I lived a great life and that I was happy and I loved every moment of it. There's no point in living in fear and not doing what you want and doing what you love because you're afraid. It's not how long you live. It's how you live your days, and how happy you are, and how much effort you put into doing what you really want. That's what counts.